The crystalline chamber aboard the Zephyrian flagship hummed with nervous energy as Ambassador Vextar adjusted his ceremonial robes for the third time. Across the vast expanse of space visible through the transparent walls, Earth hung like a blue marble, deceptively peaceful. The humans had requested this meeting, and Vextar couldn't shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. "They're here," announced his aide, and the human delegation entered with that peculiar swagger that had become legendary throughout the galaxy. Leading them was Elsa Rodriguez, Earth's chief military advisor, her dark hair pulled back in a practical bun, eyes sharp as plasma cutters. Beside her walked Helen Chang, the diplomatic corps' most decorated negotiator, whose smile never quite reached her eyes. Vextar's three hearts skipped in unison. These weren't the grateful, subservient beings he'd expected. "Honored humans," Vextar began, his translator device converting his chittering into smooth English. "The Galactic Protection Consortium wishes to extend our sacred shield over your world. We've observed the difficulties your species faces, and—" "Difficulties?" Elsa interrupted, her grin widening. "You mean the Korthak invasion fleet?" The temperature in the room seemed to drop. Vexitar's aide shuffled nervously. Yes, precisely. The Korthak swarm has devastated 17 systems. They're notorious for their thoroughness. But fear not. Our protection comes with simple terms. "Oh, we're not afraid," Helen said softly, pulling up a holographic display from her wrist device. "We're just curious about your definition of protection." The display showed the outer rim of the Sol system. Vextar's compound eyes widened as he processed what he was seeing. Where there should have been empty space, the sensors detected something. Lots of somethings. "What is this?" Vextar whispered. "Well," Elsa said, crossing her arms. "When we heard about the Korthak heading our way, we figured we should probably do something about it. You know how humans are. We don't like sitting around waiting for someone else to solve our problems." The hologram zoomed in, and Vextar's breath caught in his throat. Massive structures floated in the darkness between Jupiter and Saturn, bristling with weapon systems he didn't recognize. But that wasn't the terrifying part. The terrifying part was that there were hundreds of them. Those are military installations," Vextar stammered. "Battle stations," Helen corrected. Pleasantly. "We call them fortress rings. Each one houses about 50,000 personnel and enough firepower to crack a moon. We built them while you were busy forming committees about the Korthak threat." "Impossible," Vextar's aide interjected. "Your species only achieved faster than light travel 2 decades ago. The engineering required for such constructions would take centuries." "Oh, sweetie," Elsa laughed, and the sound made Vextar's exoskeleton crawl. "You're thinking like bureaucrats. We're humans. When someone threatens to destroy our home, we don't hold meetings about it, we get creative." The hologram shifted again, showing the asteroid belt. What Vextar had assumed were natural rock formations were anything but natural. The humans had weaponized entire asteroids, turning them into kinetic bombardment platforms. "The beautiful thing about kinetic weapons," Helen mused, "is their simplicity. Take a big rock, accelerate it to significant fractions of light speed, and point it at your enemy. Physics does the rest." "But the energy requirements alone," Vextar protested weakly. "Solar collection arrays," Elsa said, gesturing to Mercury's orbit. "We wrapped our innermost planet in solar collectors. Mercury doesn't mind. It wasn't using all that surface area anyway. Powers everything quite nicely." Vextar felt his world tilting. The humans had militarized their entire solar system, in the time it had taken the consortium to draft protection protocols. "There's more," Helen said, her diplomatic smile never wavering. "Show them the outer perimeter." The hologram expanded to show the heliopause, the boundary where solar wind met interstellar space. Vextar saw structures there too, but these were different. Sleeker, more advanced. "Those are our early warning systems," Elsa explained. "They've been tracking the Korthak fleet for months now. Fascinating species, really, very predictable. They always approach along gravitational channels, always in that same three-pronged formation. Which is why, Helen continued, we were able to position approximately 2,000 autonomous hunter-killer drones along their projected path, each one equipped with fusion warheads and basic AI targeting systems. Vextar's aide made a sound like a deflating balloon. You've surrounded the Korthak fleet? Surrounded is such a limited term, Elsa mused. We prefer comprehensive, strategic encirclement with extreme prejudice. The holographic display showed the Korthak fleet, a massive swarm of organic ships that had terrorized the galaxy for generations. But now Vextar could see them as the humans did. Not an unstoppable force, but targets in a carefully constructed killing field. The best part, Helen said, leaning forward conspiratorially, is that they don't even know we're here yet. Humans excel at stealth, you see. We've had lots of practice hiding from things that want to kill us. Vextar's mandibles clicked involuntarily. But surely you don't mean to engage them directly. The Korthak have never been defeated. Neither had the British Empire, Elsa interrupted, or the Nazi war machine, or the concept of continental drift. Humans have a long history of proving impossible things wrong. The chamber fell silent except for the ambient hum of the ship's systems. Vextar stared at the two human women, finally, understanding why their species had spread across the galaxy so quickly, why other races whispered about humans in frightened tones. So, Helen said, her diplomatic mask slipping to reveal something far more predatory underneath. About this protection offer of yours. What exactly did you have in mind? Vextar straightened his robes with shaking appendages. Perhaps we should discuss mutual defense treaties instead. Elsa's grin turned absolutely feral. Now you're speaking our language. As the Korthak fleet approached the outer perimeter of human space, they detected nothing but silence from the small, blue world ahead. They had no idea that 2,000 human minds were already calculating firing solutions, that fusion reactors across the solar system were spinning up to full power, that an entire species was watching and waiting with the patience of natural-born predators. The humans had learned long ago that the best defense wasn't armor or shields or alien protection. It was making sure the other guy never got close enough to be a threat in the first place. And as Ambassador Vexitar transmitted his updated report to the Galactic Protection Consortium, recommending immediate alliance status for humanity rather than protectorate classification, he couldn't help but feel grateful that humans were on their side. At least he hoped they were.